All right, y'all. We're gonna go ahead and get started. We're gonna open up a Google Chrome tab. Right, it's just to the internet, and we're gonna type in HomeStyler.com. Go ahead and click enter, and it's gonna take you to this website. I'm gonna click on this button right here. Start designing for free. Now, if for some reason it changes, right, and you're like, oh no, that button disappeared, just click on home again, and it's gonna take you back to that button. Click on it, and this might take a little while, right? This software is actually pretty cool. It's all run through the internet, so give it some time, and there it is. Now, it says welcome back, right? It might not say that for you, but don't type in your email in here, y'all. What you need to do instead, you need to sign in with Google. So you got to click on this G right here. I'm going to click on it. And then I'm going to click on my school email. You can click on your own school email, and that is perfectly fine. That's what you're supposed to click on. But I'm going to click on my own so I can log into my account. And look, I don't even have to put a password. And it's already created an account for me. You might have to create a password, but I think you should be good. So I'm going to click on X here. And I'm taken to this window. I'm going to start off with a new, brand spanking new design. So I'm going to click on that new design. Now, y'all, here is our HomeStyler window. It looks like a lot. Some of us may not play a whole lot of video games, so this could be a little frustrating at times, but I'm going to walk you in, and all we're going to do today is build the walls of our apartment and then put in some windows and a couple doors. Now, in this middle area, this is our plan view area, our plane. This is like we're looking down from above. It's like if you're looking at a dollhouse and you take off the roof, or if you're looking at a Lego house and you take off the roof as well, right? You're looking from from above, looking down. And out in this right side, you don't see it now, but as we build, it's kind of like you're in Minecraft, or in a game, or in a 3D model. You're able to see what we build. So here are some buttons. These are for to create walls. These are some door and window buttons, and we'll be using some of these buttons today. Now, I'm going to click on by center. That means I'm going to create the wall by the center of our wall. Now, notice how it's blue. If it's blue, if I click in the space, it's going to start creating a wall. Now, I can make this wall in any direction, but for now, I just want to show you, because this could get frustrating. Let's say you want to zoom in and out of something, or you want to scroll over and you click accidentally. You're like, oh no, I didn't want my wall like that. And then you kind of freak out and you start trying to move your mouse. What you need to do is click escape. If I click escape on your keypad, it's at the top left of your keypad. Guess what? It stops creating your wall. And I can, see, I clicked accidentally again. I'm going to click escape again. And notice how there's no more blue. That means I can move around a little bit easier. I can move this around, and I'm back where I need to be. And if I don't want that, I can just undo it. And it's gone. Now I'm going to click on by center again. I'm going to click right there. And look at that number that's growing. What I'm going to do now, this is how long our wall is. I'm going to go ahead and make our wall. I'm going to type using your keys, 40, and then look what I'm going to type next. It's our apostrophe. It's right next to your enter sign. Now I'm going to click apostrophe. Notice how it's just one. That is the sign for feet. And then I'm going to click 0, because I also need to see how many inches it is. And I'm going to click on that same button, but this time I'm going to click shift and that button at the same time. And notice how my quotation marks popped up. I'm going to do it one more time. Shift and that same apostrophe comes out with a quotation mark, right? There's two of them, which is how I want it. I'm going to click enter, and look at that. It created my wall. It created a 40 feet long wall. Now, I'm going to go down this time, and this time I'm going to go ahead and stop whenever I get to 35. Like, see, it's kind of hard to guess because it's really hard to get exactly. So I'm going to type it in again, y'all. I'm going to say 35 apostrophe, that means feet, and then 0 quotation marks, that means inches, and then I'm going to click enter, and it creates it for me. Now you might notice, well, why isn't it exactly the same number? That's just how it's being measured right now, but that's what we want it to be at. Now, I'm going to click on this corner, and I'm going to build my other wall, and guess what? Now it might be a little easier to lock. See, once I get here, it kind of locks, and I'm just going to click down again, and then I'm just going to connect it from there. Great. I just created my little apartment, and notice how on my left-hand view, I can see my apartment now. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit, scroll in a little bit. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to click on single door, and I can't place a door in the middle of the room. I need to place it on the wall. So I'm going to place mine in the bottom right corner, and that looks good. I'm going to click on it. Once I click on it, it should be in there. It should be set. And next, I'm going to click on sliding door. So maybe we have a balcony out here. We have a nice little view. So I'm going to add it right across my door in this wall. Once I click down, y'all, it shouldn't have to slide anymore. If it's still sliding, I got to click once. Okay, next up, our next step is our windows. Same thing for the windows, right? We can't put them in the middle of the hallway or in the middle of the room. I'm gonna add one window over here, somewhere right there. It doesn't have to be exactly where mine is. I'm gonna click down. I'm gonna click down one more time just to make sure. Okay, it's good. Then I'm gonna go to window again. I'm gonna add another one out here. Great, I'm gonna go to window one more time. I know we want a lot of light in this apartment, right? And we're gonna add one more out over, let's see, I'm actually gonna add two more. One right here, sorry, one right there, and then one over here. We can always get rid of these windows later on, but I just wanna make sure we add enough, which is pretty cool. The last thing we're actually gonna do is, you can see this is a big apartment. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add in between this window and this window, about right here, I'm gonna add a wall and split it all the way across. And notice how it's not at an angle, it's right across. Once that red line shows up, I'm just gonna follow it until it clicks onto the other side of my wall. I'm gonna click down, and now I split my apartment into two. At this point, you are set. We're not adding anything more because this can get confusing. So I just want us to start off slowly and surely, and then we can build from here. So what I'm gonna do next, before you exit, do not exit, click save. And for my project name, I'm gonna actually type in my apartment, and then I'm gonna go ahead and put my name afterwards. So, sorry. So I'm gonna say Mr. Bermudez. You could say whatever your name is, type it in there. And then tell me who your advisor is. So 8.G is my advisory. You could tell me you're with Miss Lawson, or you're with Mr. Reed, or Mr. Jones, or Miss Waskow, whoever you're with. I'm gonna just type in 8.G because it'd be weird to have my name twice. Next thing, right before we click save, we're going to click on public here for privacy. And then we're going to click on save, y'all. Notice it's saving. Okay, it's done. I'm going to click on save one more time because that's just me. I want to make sure it did save. And we are set. Go to the rest of your checklist. Make sure you turn in your form. It's a pretty quick form. And we will continue on this part of our apartment next week. All right, y'all. See you later. Have a great weekend.